because the cosmos is giving us a little bit of a break, a time to sort of rebalance ourselves. Okay, so you're recalibrating emotionally. What was I saying? You need to take this journey. And I do think it's a journey. I do think that you needed to go somewhere. First of all, that was part of the problem. You love to travel. You love to get out. You love to explore. You love to be around people. You have done very, very well in isolation. You do very, very well on Skype chats and stuff like that. It just works within your wheelhouse. But ultimately, there was a sense of I cabin fever. I need to get out. And so maybe where you went was local, but it was definitely a place that you would call home. And I think you went home. You went to visit parents. You went to visit hometown, where you come from. And there was a catharsis in that visit. Something happened on this visit, or will be happening on this visit, that needed to happen in order for you to wrap up a part of your life that was over. Like, you'd experienced it, you felt it, and you healed it because you felt it. And there was this sense of finally not like getting to a point where it didn't impact you. You could just enjoy yourself. And this was a huge moment for you, or will be a huge moment. This could be in your future. This could be coming up. This could be me giving you advice to say, go home. Who says you can't go home again? You can go home again. Not only can you go home again, but you should go home again. There's a certain level of let them see how happy you are. Let them see how amazing you are. Let them see how far you've come and how much you've done with your life. You stand on such sort of not a pedestal. It's not a pedestal, because pedestals are kind of scary. They're way up there, and you have to have a lot. They're a balancing act. No, you stand on a platform that's so stable. It's like concrete, that you're just filled with joy. You're surrounded by joy. It's almost like you and your emotional stability has transformed other people to agree with you. Not agree with you. It's not even about an argument, but it's like agree with you as in to see your side of things, or to just be happy for you. There is that sense of you have owned everything about who you are and really transformed into somebody who is very, very beautiful and knows that they're very beautiful. Almost like this mythical creature. Check this out. This came out for you. Multiple mermaids have come out for you. There is that sense of really being in control of your emotions and feeling at home there. And also unveiling yourself for all that you are. It's like you've transformed. You've taken all of this water and you've made yourself into this mythical creature, but you've also taken everybody else along with you. You showed them the light, shining your light. Your light shining is actually transforming others. You're actually inspiring other people right now, Pisces. And this is that you can't go home again. Yes, you can. Earth energy, getting back to your roots. And you have multiple mention of getting back to your roots. And it almost was like this was the last hurdle. This was the mountain that you had to climb to be able to go home again. To be able to go home again without any emotional reaction. And just, like I said, enjoy the space and enjoy the moment. Without any expectation or prepare yourself for battle, with none of that. Like none of that. It was gone. It was over. But like I said, you have got to let yourself return. You've got to go back there in order to show yourself how far I've come. And you have to do the journey. You have to make the trek. I know you want to travel. You've been dreaming of traveling. You've been dreaming of going somewhere. And maybe this is something that you have been dreaming of yourself. Being above it all, getting above it all, emotionally and mentally, getting above it all. Being able to look at things objectively from a perspective that is an aerial point of view, and see that all these struggles and all this turmoil that you went through something to do with your roots. There's something to do with your roots, where you come from, and how many hurdles and obstacles that you had to overcome regarding, hold on. Now for you, this is probably healing on multiple levels, because not only does it represent a time of catharsis where you've really overcome all of the obstacles, but it also is a sense of you can feel the comfort of home again. You also need to feel the comfort of home again. You are prepared or preparing yourself to be able to be loved or love somebody again, that maybe there was disloyalty, there was hardship, there was deception. Like you thought they were being loyal to you, you thought they cared about you, but ultimately they deceived you, and they were sneaking, maybe doing something behind your back or telling lies about you. It could have been from childhood, could have been regarding a female, or like you, if you're a female, this is who represents you. There's a sense of just betraying you, deceiving you, stealing something from you, stealing something that you created. You know, that's what's going on. This person literally stole something that you created, or they stole your sense of creativity, or they deceived you somehow, a sense of undermining your creativity in some way. It was a deception. It was a betrayal. I don't know if this is like home as in your actual family, but this is definitely somebody that you were extremely close to, right? And it's taken a long time. This is why roots are usually family, where you come from. Really, really heavy and really deep. But there's been so many obstacles to climb and overcome because of this betrayal, something that you didn't see coming, something that knocked you off kilter. And it took many, many years. This is the cycle. I'll get more into detail when I go into the main reading, and definitely in tarot. But there is that sense of being in such a place right now in your life where you're so good, you don't have any more room for hate. You don't have any more room for hurt. You don't have any more room for suffering. You've healed. You've healed, and that means you've forgiven. You've let it go. Does it mean condoning something that somebody did? No, I think there was some sort of punishment here. I think there was some sort of, you had to hold them accountable for the way that they treated you. But ultimately, there's a sense of reaching out to this person, especially if they are family, to say, you know what? I love you. I hate the way it's felt when we couldn't talk to each other. I hate the feeling. I hate the feeling that you betrayed me, but I hate even more this hate between us, this tension. I want to make amends. And in some ways, because you've grown wise, there's a rooting here. There's a connection, an understanding, a sense of knowing that you have solid ground, like that you've connected to your soul purpose in life and who you are. It's not in your nature to be unforgiving. You know, there's the difference, like somebody being guarded, somebody being defensive versus somebody who is just open and interested and open to understanding somebody's perspective and understanding that they're just going to be them, you know. And it's not like they've totally changed and maybe they've had this catharsis too, but it's like you accepting them for them. And now it's like you finally understand why they did it. Maybe you're getting answers, you're getting reasons, or you're just finally understanding who they are, accepting who they are, that it has nothing to do with you and that never had anything to do with you, even though you were the one that got taken advantage of, that it really didn't have anything to do with you. You're understanding that this is just about them. And even if they're not somebody that you like, they're definitely somebody that you have compassion for. Because honestly, Pisces, that's just you. And having to walk around with hate or anger or suffering, that's not you. You know, that's not where you want to be, not in your life, not in your world. That's not that's not the contribution that you want to make. So there is a sense of growing wise, knowing that you have healthy, wonderful things in your life that you can connect to, that you're not dependent upon this person or them even being in your life moving forward. But ultimately, there's just a sense of needing to confront them, needing to see them again, talk to them again, so that you can like be like, oh wow, they really don't have any effect on me anymore. And it's not in a bad way. It's not in a them, I don't care. It's in a, I really forgive them. I am, if you will say this, I am over this. And really it's all about love and connectivity and just being the vessel of love. Filling yourself up and being the vessel of love. It could have something to do with somebody that's very beautiful, somebody that's very inspiring, somebody that's brought love into your life. And so now you have so much love, you can share it. And even if you're in the presence of somebody who drains you and takes advantage of your compassion, there is a sense of you having a relationship that fills you up to the point where you know that you have a replenishment. You know, it's not like you're giving and giving and giving and you're just being drained. You have somebody who is filling you up. There is a emotional steadfastness in your life. There is a spring, like a silver spring that's in your life now, that's constantly replenishing you. And so you can make this flight. You can make this leap. You can make this journey into confronting somebody that you need to confront, basically to close the chapter and completely and totally heal. And this, interestingly enough, is a key to opening up your financial success and any obstacles that were in the way. And I think that's because there was all the hatred, all the sadness, all the suffering that you felt. There's something here about that maybe the person interfered with your profession in some way. What they did to you impacted your profession somehow. And I think mostly it's because it made you less of who you are. It made you more jaded. It made you, heavier, carry that heavy weight of suffering, when that's really not you. You're just a really naturally compassionate person. So Pisces, this is 100% a catharsis for you. And it's also a breakthrough in your professional life, like able to finally overcome these hurdles, overcome these, overcome this mountain, if you will. You have mountain in a few places, right? You have mountain here and you have mountain here. You've been able to overcome these challenges by getting back to your roots of not just your family and where you come from, but also who you are. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's get into the main reading. Okay. I mean, that just came right out. Now, remember how I kept saying roots, roots, roots? Okay, here are your roots. When this card comes up upside down, there is a sense of you've been divinely guided. You are ready to settle down now, right? You're ready to plant yourself somewhere. You know who you are. You know who you will be. You know who you want to be. There's, like I said, a levelness about you, a certainty about you now. That's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's spiritually guided. The future is looking extremely bright. You have some sort of financial backing or financial grounding here. Being able to look into the future and understand it. Not necessarily look into the future, but look into the distance. Look ahead. You have enough money in your banking account so that you can go ahead a few months, and you don't have to worry anymore. There's a feeling of stability in you in areas of your life that you haven't had stability in before. Bring a gentle touch is compassion. It is forgiveness. It is Virgo energy. So it's nurturing a sense of compassion, allowing yourself to get back to your roots and see things through a gentle spirit and nurture compassion. Maybe if you can't inspire this person who's guarded and doesn't want to accept responsibility for their actions, it doesn't matter, because you could at least have compassion for them and you're setting an example for others. And it really makes you, it really speaks volumes for your character. That's interesting, right? It's like by being compassionate, you're being brave. And it did take a lot of strength for you to be able to forgive this person. It did take a lot of strength for you to be able to confront this person or see this person again. But the wonderful reward that you'll get instantly when you confront this person is you'll be liberated. You'll be free and you'll be able to be yourself again. Clearing out, letting go of the emotional baggage that does not serve you. You may be dealing with a Cancerian or you may not, but this is a sense of, I don't need this anymore. This doesn't serve me and it's only holding me down. I don't want to be held down. I don't want to be held back. And that's what you're letting it go. You're letting it go. And in letting it go, you're liberating yourself and giving yourself more breadth, more abilities, more capabilities. Time for a deep dive. This is love and romance. So this is Libra energy. We are in Libra season. The Libra new moon is coming up next week. So there's a lot of love and a lot of romance. And you're just seeing the world in a rose color way again. And that's the way that you like it. You know, you don't want to have to see the world in a way that other people, the world forces it on you. You want to be able to see the world in the way that you want to see it. And I think that you're giving yourself that permission again. There's also a sense of a whole heart and romance, partnership in your life, helping you to be brave and supporting you. And communications are really helping. I think communications are finally going back and forth. Communications, this is Gemini energy. Communications are what helped this process go back and forth. Loving communications, support from somebody that you care about. You were able to kind of like get this off your chest, get the feelings off your chest because of communications with somebody, supportive communications that were coming through. From your partner, your loved one, letting, like, kind of cheering you on that you could do this, that you could handle this. Watch your words. This is also Gemini energy. Being very particular about what you said because it was less about saying anything than it was about listening. You know, you didn't want to just, this is parrot energy, like just saying what needs to be said. That's, you know, that's kind of like, maybe that's what you're getting from the other side. Somebody is just basically saying what they have to say. And you know that. I don't think it's getting to you. And I don't think that you're letting yourself go hog wild and just rip this person apart. Because you know that if you give into that, you've lost something greater. And that is who you are and your divine self. This is abundance. This is prosperity. It's financial abundance. This is more Taurus energy. I'm just going to be blunt. This is money and resources coming into you. And it's blessings that come in when you allow yourself to be blessed. When you allow yourself to accept your own abundance and your own, and the blessings that you bring to others. And I think that that's part of it. You've bought a blessing to somebody else by not being overcritical or being over judgmental and instead letting things go. You have bought a sense of, You've bought an emotional abundance to yourself as well as an emotional abundance to somebody else. This could have been somebody who did steal from you, took money from you, or there was some sort of financial parroting, if you will, going on in this circumstance or situation. This is stealing. Here we are. You never thought this would happen. In a million years, if somebody had told you that you would forgive this person or talk to this person again, you would never, ever. But it was necessary. It was what you needed to do. Even it's interesting. It's almost like it seemed unpleasant at first, but it was exactly what you needed. Ooh, this is beautiful. So this is slow and steady wins the race, also Cancerian energy, but just emotional stability. You know, it's been a long time coming. You're much older now. You're wiser, you're more experienced, and you have a thicker shell. You've learned yourself. You know how to walk into any situation and how to deal with how you're going to react and what you need emotionally. So you've accepted who you are, and also it's been a long time coming. Maybe somebody is apologizing to you. It's like you never thought it would happen in a million years, but they're actually like opening up their heart to you. Yep, spirit has your back. This is Saturnian energy. As soon as Saturn went direct, there was a sense of, no, this person owes it to you. And we know that you need this, Pisces, for your healing. So we're not going to make you do any work here. It's just going to come to you because you know what? Whether you know it or not, we know it and we owe you. So Spirit identified that they owed you this apology or this chance to close out this chapter. They knew that they owed that to you, and that's what they've given to you. It's been divinely guided. Wisdom, once again, wise old owl, being able to see very clearly, see through the dark, see in the dark, not be scared of the dark. And the truth is coming out. The truth is finally being spoken and not being ashamed of it and not feeling like you have to cover it up anymore. There is no shame. There's no shame in your game at all. Like, absolutely not. Pisces, if you want to go over to the extended, the link is below. I'm going to pull a full tarot card spread so that you can we can get some more details, or maybe you just want to hear more of this message. It's an extended message, so I hope you join me. But I want to go into spirit and angel messages right now, so I hope that you stick around for that. These are a very unique voice that is not mine, but it's very supportive of this reading. I know it is. Usually transformation, and that's the first card that they're always dead on. They're always 100% on. So transformation was what flipped itself over first, and it just got in my face, and we've talked about it since the beginning. So it's, yes, this is a transformation, and look at, you got transformation here too. This is a transformative period for you when you really relinquish and release everything that you used to be, and everything that you want to be is moving forward. Through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. And that's what you are. You're not the same person that you were. That's why this isn't affecting you the way that it was, because you're not who you were. You're different. You've transformed. You've become somebody who is not, it's not like it's you're immune. No, it's like you're over it. You're over it. I guess that's the best way for me to say kindness. There you go. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. That's what it is.